Are you practicing regularly? Each week, Mr. Stanoff would give us an exercise to practice. At the beginning of each class, he would have each student demonstrate the results of their practice from the exercise we were given the week before. It would be just a short scene, a few lines. It varied. But George could tell in that moment how much each student had practiced. He would watch them do this, and then he would say, "You have not practiced this, have you?" Or, "You have not practiced enough." Or, "Good work, you have been practicing." Well, he still had his Russian accent, and I still like to think of him that way. So recently I've been talking with a young actor about this subject, and I could tell he was trying to intellectualize the technique without practicing the technique exercises. As George always said, acting is not an intellectual activity. Acting is an emotional, physical activity. You don't act with your head, you act with your emotions and your body. Your body is your instrument. I was invited into the master's group because I practiced the exercises faithfully every day. 10 minutes here, a half hour there, 15 minutes, whenever I could. And George could tell because it shows in the work. I can't emphasize this enough. When you practice and exercise enough, you'll feel a powerful difference in your body and in your emotions when you're working on a character. If you're working on a character or you're doing an exercise and you don't feel any different, you still feel like yourself, you need to practice the exercises more until you reach the goal of the exercise that you're working on, the goal that it's directed at, changing your emotions from representing you to representing your imaginary body. So rewatch videos as much as necessary and practice. And I'll see you in the next video, which I'm getting ready to shoot, and that's the one about flying as a body type. And I should mention that if you read the text that Chekhov wrote in his last book, you'll see there's a difference between some of the references I make and some of the references in the book. Chekhov, for example, referred to 4 exercises to work on for body type, for your body, but he didn't refer to them as body types. And the 4th one was radiating, which George considered a quality rather than a body type. George lived on and taught for many decades after Chekhov passed, and the technique evolved over those decades from what George was learning from the students and from teaching, and suggested that I should do the same. So I'm passing on what I learned from George about Chekhov technique, and I'm adapting it to what I've learned since then and what I feel will be effective for you as students of acting. So keep that in mind, do the exercises, and I'll see you with a flying body type. If you like these videos, do me a favor, like and subscribe. The subscriptions make a difference, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you want more in-depth on Chekhov technique and what I've learned in my years of acting, check out the Jack Diamond Acting Studio on Patreon. I'll see you there.